Hello, I'm Asha G. Welcome to my channel, From My Heart to Yours. And I'm going to be sharing with you today a blog post that I just wrote for my webpage. The webpage is down in the title in the comments, ashagaledealman.com if you prefer to read it. But I thought I'd read it out to you because, well, not everybody reads these days. We're much more interested in video content, so that's one reason. And it's the title of this blog post is How to Create Change, Launch Yourself into Inner Space. And it's a bit of a play on recent events. This past week, Richard Branson launched himself and a few other millionaires or billionaires into space. And I just wanted to comment on that a little bit because it really struck me in the wrong way. I don't think that we need billionaires leading the way in the world. For me, it feels like what needs to happen around particularly something as big as space is for humanity to come together collectively around common goals. Maybe something like the Space Force. And maybe something like that actually exists in a secret space program. We don't really know, although there's some evidence pointing in that direction. But it seems like billionaires taking us into space, billionaires censoring content on social media like Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey, billionaires like Bill Gates behind the vaccine program, buying up all of or a great deal of the farmland in America. All of these billionaires acting in their own interests really does not seem to be taking us in the right direction or for the greater good of humanity. So I just wanted to say that. And then I want to bring it back to what we can actually do, what we can do about it, how we can actually create change in the world. That's what my channel is all about, really. Practical tools, meditation practices, visualizations, hatha yoga practices, working with chakras, working with the energy of the subtle body, and kundalini to raise our vibration, to raise our consciousness, and to connect with that greater part of ourselves that has the big picture of reality, our soul, our spiritual essence that exists in another dimension that is actually the source for this reality. And when we connect with that part of ourselves, that's where the real power is to make change. So I feel like this is a time to really drop deep into our everyday practices, whatever it is that helps you to connect with spirit. It may be through nature, it may be through contemplative kinds of practices, anything that gets you into the zone, gets your mind still and your body relaxed so that you can hear the still small voice within. So I'm just going to read to you this blog post because I did take some time putting it together, and I hope that it resonates for you and may inspire you a little to take the next steps in your own life to create change. So this crisis you and I are experiencing is a huge opportunity for spiritual growth and change at all levels of being. It's like you're on a rocket ship being launched into space, but not outer space like Richard Branson. You and I are being launched into inner space. That's where the solutions lie. I say this is an opportunity because the growth in it is not guaranteed. You have a choice to make. You may experience hardship and obstacles in your daily life, but it's up to you to make meaning of the suffering, receive the lesson in it, and decide to use that energy to move you forward. To not make a choice is to be a passive observer or a victim of circumstance. This is a free will zone, though. The choice is yours, and the choice that you make contributes to the collective future outcome of humanity. This crisis is not just any crisis. It's huge, and it's happening on a global level. That makes it also a huge opportunity for change. The rug has been pulled out from your daily life, yours and mine. Everyone around the world is in this crisis together to one degree or another. So it's huge. Therefore, what we can expect to shift from all of this is also huge. Don't think there's nothing you can do. You are so much more powerful than you know. Yes, in certain ways, your hands are tied, but your spirit is always free. When you raise your consciousness above all the turmoil in the physical realm, you will discover that there lies your true power, because consciousness, your spirit, was here long before any of this existed. It's been here all along, guiding you forward. Connect with that part of yourself, the part of yourself that has a view of the big picture. The future is up to us to create, or we can wait for someone else or some other interest to come along and do it for us. How passionately do you want all of this to end? How passionately do you want a better world where you'll have more control over your circumstances? In spiritual terms, the greater the crisis, the greater the opportunity. It's why you're here on planet Earth, to experience polarity and to learn and grow from it into more wisdom and love. In the yoga tradition, we have this principle represented as Shiva, that destroys the old to make way for transformation into the new. And in the Christian tradition, it's why Jesus had to die on the cross before he ascended into heaven. There is a spiritual principle at play here. The old forms must die to make way for the new. Old structures and forms within your life are crumbling now, whether you want them to or not. This brings chaos and confusion. If you're able to remain even a little centered through the chaos and ride out this chaotic period with an open heart, you will emerge on the other side clean and clear and ready to co-create a new reality. I say co-create because you're connected to creative intelligence spirit, which is the real creative power in all of this. It's the driving force behind human evolution. When it's your personal life where you want to make the change, the manifestation process is a personal inside job. But when it comes to the bigger picture, it's going to take lots and lots of us coming together to create the same vision. Love or hate, freedom or oppression, the choices are pretty simple. So none of this is happening by accident. You're part of a great collective process and you have a unique role to play. Reality is co-created through each of your thoughts, words, and deeds. And there's no limit to what can change when you and I unite behind the same vision. Together, there is the possibility for a miraculous outcome beyond our wildest dreams. And it's happening. Soon there will be a tipping point, and I feel that tipping point is very near. So here's a little bit of a formula for you when it comes around to working with the power of intention to manifest in the physical realm that which you want to create. So it requires taking action on all levels of your being. First, become still. Connect with your soul's desire to grow and to help humanity to do the same. Second, create a strong mental change, a strong mental intention toward the outcome that you desire. In other words, picture it as clearly in your mind as you possibly can. Third, give it life. Give it emotional intensity and feeling. And finally, take some physical action, some step that moves you a little bit closer toward that goal. Remember that the further you draw back your bow, the further your arrow will fly to reach its mark. So I hope you found this useful. From my heart to yours, forever.